So chapter 10 is to define class, okay? And it's an introduction to computer science to define class. So here we have class, module, and package, okay? So what are these? So far we talk about some program, random program, okay? We just talk about some program structure. We talk about numbers, so we can have A equals 3, B equals something, right? And we can have C equal a combination of numbers, that's a list, right? We can have a, like, say G equals some set, right? And we can have some D equals a dictionary, right? And then we can have a for loop. Okay, and we can have if, else, if, right? Those kind of program structure, and we can define a function. Okay, so far we are talking about the basic program structure and the basic data structure, okay? And now today we are going to introduce something new. It's called class. And in fact, I may have talked about this before, but today let's officially introduce the idea of class and also the idea of object. Okay, so what is a class? What is the object? And what is the word module? And then higher we have package. And these two, let's not worry about it for time being. So what is a class? I talked about it before. Do you still remember what's a class?
Not really.
When I talk about the chapter 4, when we do a graph, we actually talk about object first, and we talk about a class when we are in chapter 4. You still remember that?
For chapter 4?
Yeah. Chapter 4, you remember we have this graphic win.
Oh, yeah.
And graphic win actually is a class.
Oh, okay.
When you generate, you assign it to a win. This win is an object. So what is an object and what is class? Still remember that?
Sort of.
So what is class?
Class is like it's kind of like the added, it's already in the program. I mean, it's already in Python. And then it's, what was it?
No, it's not the idea of class. Then what is object then?
Objects, what you call the class.
No, class is class, object is object.
Huh?
Class is class, object is object. Class and object are different.
The object is the win part, right?
Yeah, object is the win part. And graphic win is the class. Graph win would be the graph. I'm missing a H. Graph win is a class, while win is an object. So what is a object and what is a class?
I'm confused. I'm not sure.
You actually forget it, okay? When I have a circle class, right? I have some variable called radius. I have some variable number called number of circles, right? And I use my circle to create a circle C1, so it creates C1. So this C1 is an object, and circle is the class. So circle is a class. And C1 is an object. So what is object and what is class? Can you tell it now? Can you understand what it is now? And this object we can use get area to calculate area. We have string that can convert it to a string. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So what is circle and what is a class and what is an object? I can actually continue to create some circle too, called C2. So what is an object and what is a class?
Circle is isn't it the object?
No, circle is class. C1, C2 are object. So C1, C2 are real circles. Circle data entity.
I'm not sure how to say like.
Yeah, but you actually did not. So you really need to go back to your previous chapter to review it, okay? In chapter 4, we actually discussed this before. So you have the C1, C2, it actually are data entities, and they are actually objects. Okay, say I have a class, I have some object, C1, C2, C3, okay? I have some rectangle, I call it, I use the rectangle function constructor to create R1, R2, R2, R3. Those are rectangles, right? And they are data entity. They are instance of circle or rectangle classes. And circle itself is a class. So class is a template of objects. Class is a template of object. So class are used to build objects. So I can call this circle function to create a circle 1. I can call this circle function to create circle 2. Okay? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to the PyCharm. Okay, so let's open a new project. So here, let me create a new project called this one called ch10 demo. Okay, and then open it, create. Okay, and then actually let me open. Right here. Right here. Okay, I open chapter 4 again, okay? Okay, chapter 4. Remember I talked about this triangle before, right? And this triangle, we have the P1, P2, P3, 3 point, and I use that 3 point to create a constructor. It's called underline init. That's a constructor. And then actually we can get area for this triangle. Okay, this actually is a demo program for your chapter 4. So we actually finished that before. Okay, I didn't use the word circle, but I used the word this class called triangle. So triangle itself is a class, and we use that triangle class to construct a triangle called T1. So T1 is an instance or an object. Is that okay?
Yeah.
and T1 can get area. Same thing right here. If I declare something called circle, you can also have this underline init underline. So what is the function right here? This one underline init. Still remember that? Still remember what is the init function?
Init.
Yeah. So you pretty much forget everything, okay? So that's something you definitely need to review after class. You definitely need to read about it, okay? It's okay you forget it right now, but you know, if you're really in high school, you probably will be in trouble, okay? If you don't actually learn something, you have to review and actually pick it up, okay? So now that's me actually create something new. Let me actually create some class called circle, okay? I teach you one more time, okay, from scratch. So here, if I have a circle, and I call it class circle, okay? And this one, I'm going to design it as a class, okay? Normally I just put something like outside here. I just put maybe a equals 3. So a is an integer. And as I said before, if you have a equals 3, you can actually print out the type of a. And when we run, it is actually a class of integer type. So a even is actually assigned with 3, and that actually a is of integer type. So integer is a class. Integer itself is a class. And you create an instance or an object called a. And I can actually also do b equals 5, and then b is also an instance or an object.
So integer is the numbers, and then a or b are the like the.
Integer is not a number. Integer is a class.
No, I mean, yeah.
Class is one kind of type. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And the real number is 3. That is a value assigned to the instance A. Or 5 is a value assigned to instance B. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So the object is the data entity, while class like integer is something like a template. You use that template to build objects. Just like you print something, okay? You print your money, and each money note is an object. But a template that used to print money, that actually is called class. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So a class is something like a template. You can use that to print something, to build something, okay? To build something. So here, if we have a class called circle, and we would like to build several circles, so there is a function called underline init. Okay, underline, and you put parentheses, and there is a self. So here actually we actually create some object. Let's have the r as a radius, and here I say self that radius equals r. Okay, what this really means is that I like to create a circle, and that circle has a radius of r length. So I can, outside here, I can do circle 1 equals circle and put 5 over there. Okay, then my C1 will be a circle of radius 5. Okay, nothing wrong. I didn't print out anything. But here actually is what? This one, my circle is a class. So this circle class is used to build many objects of circle 1. So here I have a circle 1, and later I can use the circle class to build circle 2, circle 3, circle 4. So that's just do it, okay? So circle 2 equals circle. because I built 3 circles. Right? Now I want to print some circle out. Okay, so to print it out, actually I can do define, underline, reprint, underline. So what is the function for this reprint? REPR, reprint. What will this reprint do? Okay. So reprint is used to convert the data back to string format. So basically I can do this. Okay, so what does this mean? What does the whole thing means? What does this underline, print, reprint, underline means? Still remember that or forget? Do you still remember this one? No impression. So you have to here C1, I print out a circle. Okay, if I don't have that underline PR, I actually cannot print out my circle 1, circle 2, plus circle 3. Okay, so let's run it. C3 is not defined. Oh, okay, I have a capital. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's run it. Okay. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So actually, I fit this file into this constructor. It's called underline init, right? So I fit the data into here. So initially, I actually use the circle to class function, and circle function will actually call this underline init. So underline init. This one is called. I'm sorry. This function is called constructor. Yeah, okay. It's used to build the data structure called circle. So a circle has some radius. So I feed my phi as R, and that actually fit into the circle's radius. So that circle be defined as a circle with a radius of R. So I put phi to the circle function, and circle function actually is a constructor. You will call this one underline, and that actually was assigned that phi to R radius. Okay, so later when I print my C1, it actually will call the function underline reprint, and then it will actually return what? Return a string. So that string will be returned, and then to the print function. The print function will print out that string. So what string is passed over? It is a circles and angle bracket. Inside the bracket, you put a percentage 6.2. That actually is totally 6 digit, but decimal place, 2 decimal place. So I print out such a data format. And then actually in front of it, I put a circle. So I know that this is a circle type object. Okay, so that this one actually is the way that I can define a simple circle, but circle is more than that. I can actually put something called getter function. So actually if I actually say print G1 dot circle, I'm sorry, G1 dot radius, okay, so that actually can be printed. That actually is a public variable, so it will be printed. But here, if I say self that underline G underline equals 3.5, okay? For example, if I do this, and then I try to do print G1 dot underline G underline, okay? So underline make it a private variable. So this underline G is a private variable. And private variable cannot be seen by outside. So right here, this one will have some trouble. Okay, actually print now the number 3.5. Okay, let me see if I cut this one. Cut these two. Okay, if I cut the underline from the other side, it is not allowed. Okay, because that become a private data. And who has the private data? This one is not okay, but here if I say and here I say comma and then self underline G. And then go back to here, let me remove it. And the G got print now. Because this G, it only can be seen inside the class. This is called private data here. But if I put both sides, the two underline, that actually become a public variable, and you can actually see it everywhere. Okay, so this one actually, I'm trying to show you what is a private data. So here, let me actually define a new function. Called get G, okay, and then you will return. Okay, and I delete this portion because this G actually makes no sense. It's not of any real sense. Okay, but at least if someone actually would like to do print you will be able to do that. Okay, so you will be when you use get G, it will be return. But if you directly try to print now C1 that underline G is not allowed because it's only a private data. So private data you can only be seen inside the class.
So if it's outside of the class and you write
underline G, like, you are totally blind. You cannot see. So only here the underline G can see underline G.
Okay.
So this we call it private data. But anything else with self that something not this one, this radius, they are public. So two underline is used for private data, but not both sides. If you draw it both sides, that become a public variable again. Is that okay? Like when I first time I used the G on both sides.
What?
Yeah.
But then what's the point of the both underline?
What is the point of using both underline? It will be a special variable for everybody to remember. So for example, this one underline reprint. It is a standard function. So when you actually use that standard function, what will happen? What will happen to that standard function? When you use that, what will happen to that standard function? When you actually use underline and under reprint. So here actually it will convert it to string. Okay, convert the C1 to string. So C1 is an object, but C1 is not a string format that you can print out. So that reprint will convert the C1 to string. But same thing, this one underline init. Whenever you call the function circle, you would actually call this one underline init. You will call this function. Instead of like normal function, you actually call some function name. Here you don't use the function name, you actually call this one underline init. So normally underline on both sides is used for special name. Okay. So right here you probably don't get it. Okay, probably don't get it. Let's try something special, and you will know why we need the underline function. Okay. So here actually let's go right here, define a new function called let's call get area. Okay. So get area, you should get the area for the circle. So it should be what? Return cell mass.py times. So here actually I should import mass. Okay. And mass.py equals area equals self.radius times self.radius times pi square. Is a pi r square, right? So self radius times pi mass.py. I give you the area, right? So here after this, actually I can also print out the area. So my C1 is 5, so 5 times 5 times R pi, that would be about 75 or something. Yeah, 78. So that actually get the area for the circle of the radius 5. Okay, so that's the function for this get area, right? So now if I define a function called define, okay, underline add, underline. Okay, and here I say other, right? And I say okay, I write this, okay. So I write here, if I have a circle plus another circle called other, then my circle, it will return a new circle called that actually is created by the radius 1 and radius others are radius. Okay, so what happened is that here I have a circle of 5 and then I have a circle of 4, right? But if I actually print now, okay, here I say C1 plus C2. Let me actually do this. Let me actually assign this C1 and C2 to C4. So circle 1 plus circle 2 equals circle 4. So circle 4 has the radius of 5 plus 4, so it should be 9. So let me actually print now circle 4. Okay, so circle 4 is a radius of 4. Is a circle with a radius of 4. So that plus sign worked. So that plus sign worked. And then who made that plus sign work? Who made this plus sign work? I'm using 2 circles. It's not 2 numbers. It's not 1 plus 1, 3 plus 1. And how comes my C1 and C2 can sum together and provide a new circle called C4? That's because it's underline add.
So you're kind of like making the customizing the add.
Yeah, that's called overloading.
Oh yeah, okay.
I create a new add for this circle. Normally, circle cannot be added. So here, if I do another thing, say I have the define what sub. Okay. And I put it here, right? And this one I need a other. Okay. This one I put an other over here, right? So here, because it's subtraction, so I actually don't do that. I need to use a minus. So here, I have my circle 5 equals my circle 4 minus circle 1. So it should be the same with the circle 2, right? Which is a radius of, that should be a radius of 4. So here I have circle 5, right? It's okay. So I can redefine the plus minus for this circle class. Okay, then what really is a class? What really is a class? What is this? What really is this class circle? So this class circle is a class that I define. And what kind of class I define for this circle? What kind of circle class I define right here? This circle, I can create a circle. This one is a circle class. So I can create my circle 1, my circle 2. The circle 1 is 5 for radius. Circle 2 is 4. Circle 3 is actually 3. Then I create circle 1, circle 2, add together. I create circle 4 using the add function. Right? And actually add function with underline in front of it, or after it, it become the replacement for plus. Right? And my circle 5, my circle, let me see, my circle 5 minus my circle 4 minus my circle 1. It's a minus or subtraction. I can create circle 5, and that actually has a radius of 4. Okay, and I can do further more things. I can do multiply. I create a circle with the multiplication of their radius. So here I have my C6 equals C4 times C3. Okay. Okay, so 3 times 9 equals 27. So that's a new radius for the new circle C6. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So circle is what? Circle class is what? It's a class, and it had the data for the circles. So this data, circles data is what? There's only radius. There's only radius, okay? And there are also many functions associated with it. what are the function associated with it? You have this get G, usually it's get G. You have this plus, you have this minus, you have this times, you have this get area. These are functions related to the circle, and you also have this reprint. Okay, and all of these belong to the class circle. So circle is a collection of the data field of a circle and also for the operations associated with the circle class. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And then I use this circle class to build what? To build my circle 1, my circle 2, my circle 3. So circle 1, 2, 3 are real data. But circle class is a template. It's only a collection of definition of the circles. And I need to use those functions defined in the circle class to create my circle 1, 2, 3. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
basically, I define some function called compare. If my radius actually is bigger than others' radius, I will return 1. Okay. If my radius less than the other one, so radius, then I actually will return -1. Is that okay? So here I have a typo.
Yeah.
Okay. And then if 2 are equal, I just return 0. And this one function called little than actually will return whether my radius is less than the other's radius or not. Okay. If these different functions for comparison are defined, then I can use this one called circle underline list dot sort. So that actually will sort this circle underline list out. And that will actually put this whole list in order. In what order? In ascending order. Then the radius get bigger according to the sorting. Okay? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you one more thing. Okay, let me show you one more thing. So here, if I don't like it to here, if I don't like it to do descending order sorting, I want it to be ascending. I don't want it to be ascending sorting. I want it to be descending. So here I can say reverse equals true. Okay, let's see how this works. Okay. Oh, it should reverse the order. So who make the difference? Why am I able to compare my circles and do the sorting? Which function edit make it possible? My normal class cannot do that. And why this class is able to be compared?
Because you defined the compare you made a, I think you made the compare thing.
I made a comparison and that's things.
Over
using the radius to compare it.
Yeah. Was it called over something?
Overload,
yeah.
Overloading. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So here I'm continuing to build what? So this one is also called overloading. So actually loading what? Loading the comparison, and this one loading this operator, right? And this one add overloading what? Overloading plus sign, right? This subject actually overloading my minus sign, right? This multiply overloading what? My star. So this one overloading the conversion to string. So all of these underline, add, underline, the two side underline function are what? Are actually used for special function, and it can be overridden. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And then that actually make the circle more useful. Is that okay? So this one is a circle class. And what is a class again? Can you tell me exactly what is a class?
It was the data. It was data. I forgot what it was called. The other stuff. The data.
It's a collection of data, right?
Yeah.
It's a collection of data. And also a collection of operations associated with the data, right? So when I actually create some object, those objects got those data from the template from this class. And actually I can use my R, say phi, to send R into my object. So it's set to my circle 1 has the radius of phi, circle 2 has a radius of 4, circle 3 has a radius of 3, and then I can print the data out using the reprint under REPR. I can use the get area function from here to call this get area. I can actually do the plus sign using the underline add. And underline add will put my circle 1 on circle 4 on the left, and circle 1 on the right, and circle 1 will be the other. Circle 1 will be the other when I add it. Same thing, if here I have a minus sign, I'm sorry. So this one actually is circle 1 plus circle 2. So circle 1 will be my current object, and circle 2 will be the other. And the two's radius will be summed together. Okay, and then this one for minus, my circle 4 is the current object, and my circle 1 will be my other object. So you will actually perform this circle 4 radius minus my circle 1's radius. Is that okay? Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one actually is a data model. This one is a circle of the data model, okay? And then right here, let's do this one. Let's do, let's not doing this. Let me try something else. Let's see. That's fine. This one is fine. Okay. So here actually, I'm running this different testing over here, right? So here I can say this circle is a class, right? But my file circle.py is a module. My circle.py, this whole function is called a module. So a module can have many classes. So it can have a class circle. They can also have a class rectangle. So it can have many classes. Is that okay? And this one called a module. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So this module actually, if I want other people to call my module just to access the circle, but I don't want it to run this different function, I can put this different function call into a function called min. And here I actually do this, I cut these different data. and then I tap and put it one label back, okay? And after that, actually, I can do if underline name, underline equals underline name, underline, okay? And in this case, actually, I create, make this portion, the main function, only runnable by the current module. Okay, only by this current module that I'm able to run it. Okay. Okay, only the module I can run it. Okay. So now here let me actually create something right here. Okay, that here from here I have this one called from PyLab. Okay, import star. And here I say import a circle as a C. Okay. So what are these for? What are these for? I can do C1 equals C dot circle. And then here I put 2.5. Okay. And right here I have a circle, right? I have a circle right here, right? So I create a circle with the radius of 2.5, right? And actually sorry. Okay, I create a circle of 2.5, right? And I try to plot it into my PyLab, okay? So here I say I have a figure show, right? Every time I do this to showing the figure, right? And then here I should say, I should have my, put circle 1 of this and circle 2 equals C dot circle 2. Okay, something like that. Okay, and I try to plot my figure from my circle. Okay, let me see. Let me actually change my mind. I don't import this. I don't want to do this PyLab. Okay, it's more difficult. Let me actually get it from the graphics, the chapter 4 stuff. Okay. Okay, the chapter 4 graph, I import everything. So here I actually can do what? In chapter 4, I should be able to do my win equals my graphics win. So graphic win is also an object. You can put a title over here, right? And you can also do what? 800, 600, right? Here I said draw circle. Okay, so let's try this one first. Okay, here it actually imports circle as a C. Okay. Let me see. Am I wrong in the right one? No, let me wrong this one. Not circle. So here, let me save all. Okay. And this one plus circle. Let me actually wrong again. So I wrong plus circle. Okay. So it actually doesn't hold for long. Okay. So here, let me see. Here I have this one, and I have my C1 equals circle. Okay, and I have my points 200, 200. So here I change my mind. I change my circle to 2545. Okay, more visible. And this one, let's do Win circle 1. Okay, Windows circle 1. Okay, and this one's radius is C1 dot radius. okay, and the win circle 2 equals circles point 300, 300, and here circle C1 dot radius, C2 dot radius. Okay, so I draw 2 circles. I just try to draw 2 circles. Okay, here, and I say my win C1 dot set field. This one say blue. Okay, and then here I have win C2 dot set field and blue. This one not blue, I mean put it red. Okay, and here I say my win underline C1 that set outline. Let's also put it black for the outline. Okay, and then win underline C2. Also set outline. Also set to black. Okay. And also here I have win C1 that set width of 3. Okay. And here I have my win C1 that set width of 5. Okay. 3 again. Okay. And I say win C1 that draw and put it on win, right? We actually draw 2 circles. Okay. Okay, and here I say my win that get mouse, right? You get mouse click and then win that close. Okay, so I put everything and I wait for a mouse click. Okay, and here after this one, let me say here I want to draw the scenes in black and blue. So here I say win that set background. And I set my background to gray color. Okay, let's try this one. Okay. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened is like I have 2 scenes, right? I have 2 scenes. This circle is from C. C is from circle class. It's from the circle class that I put here. It's the circle class that I put here. So actually, this circle class is defined as what I define. It's different from the circle I use over here. The circle I here is from graphics. Okay, so these are 2 things involved. Okay. Oh, this one should be C2 section.
So you imported the other file into this?
Yes. So this project has 2 modules. One is called plus circle. So here, that's actually I try to teach you the class. The class is a single data entity called here. I can use that to define some different classes, right? But it hold the data and whatever here, right? You can hold the data and whatever. You can hold the data and whatever operator together for the circle, right? And the other one is called plus circle. Plus circle actually is second module. So here we have 2 modules. Here we have 2 modules, okay? So the module 1 is this one called circle. So circle is used to define the class circle. But because it may have different names, so I actually call it C in my class circle. So and there is another module called graphics, right? And it also has another circle, but that circle is for drawing part, right? So actually from my program here, it's called class circle. So we have 3 modules here. Number 1, circle module. Number 2 is graphics module. Number 3, call this a class circle. And the whole thing is called a project. Sometimes it's called a package. So project is bigger than module. Module is bigger than class. Is that okay so far? Right?
Yeah.
And this is circle class. The circle class, we can call it data class. It holds the data for circles, and it can also be called module. Okay, graphic is for view or graphics. Okay, so right here, my plus circle actually, when I draw something, I'm using the function for circles, and the real circle showing on the picture is using the win C1. So the real win C1 is right here, but win C1 actually using the data coming from the circle that I created for circle 1 or circle 2, C1 or C2. So C1 and C2 are holding the data. Is that okay? But win C1, win C2 are actually the real graph being drawn. So that's called view. The real graph being drawn is called view. The data that contain the circles or radius is called model. So we combine the model and view together. Model is for data model, view is actually the drawing. Okay, right here, if I have this one, I say my C3 equals C dot circle, no, equals C1 plus C2, right? And C1 plus C2 define where? Define in my circle class, right? So here, let's assume that, let's assume here I can have a define, okay, draw circle. Okay, if I can define something called draw circle, right? And then what do I need? I actually just need a point, right? Need a point. And then I need a circle, right? And then here I actually put this whole thing, cut this one over here, and paste this one over here. So here inside here, let me call it a different name, call it WC. Let me call it WC. Let me call it WC. WC. Okay, Windows circle. Okay, call it WC is a Windows circle. So I have a point. So I just feed my point over here. Feed my point P here, and I feed my C1's radius. Okay, and I also need to put my color. So let me actually call it color X. Okay, so I actually put my color X over here. So I can make it programmable for drawing my circle's color. But outline, I set it same for black. Okay, width I set the same. So here actually I can actually do, I also need to have a passing in the window in here. Okay, the window also need to be passed in, okay? So right here, let me do draw circle. And I put in my number point to 100, 200, right? And then right now the circle I put in will be C1. Color, first one will be blue. Okay, so I can draw the circle, and then this is the same circle. Let me actually cut and paste. and pass again. So my draw circle 2, this one I want to draw red. Point is 300, 300. Right? Other than that, this whole thing is fine, the same. Let me delete it. Okay, and I actually can be drawing this again. So anything wrong? Here's one. Oh, I also need to put a wing into here. The window and plotting data. Okay. So here I draw 2 circles and then I draw the third circle. And the third circle actually is based on my calculation result from the first 2 circles. So it's a circle 2, this one circle 3. Okay, circle 3 is the sum of the 2 things. And here I say green. Okay, and location, let me put 400, 400. Okay, let's draw this one. Is that okay? The radius of the circle 1 plus the radius of circle 2 become radius of circle 3. Okay? And all the operators are hiding where? Where are all the operators doing calculation?
In the
circle class.
Yeah, the circle.
In the circle class, right? And this one is called prop circle. It actually just doing plotting. So here, upper here, I'm preparing data model. Right? I'm preparing data model. Is that okay? I'm preparing data model. Is that okay? I'm actually preparing data model. And here, the second half here is what? Preparing the graphic view. Okay? But no matter it's from graphics or from circle, they all use some classes. Okay? But here, this main function no longer be in use. That's only testing when I am doing this class circle. And once I move to this one, class circle, actually, I'm doing the program right here by this own module. So I'm running the function and data in this module. So first I create a window, okay? And then I set the background to gray and plot 3 circles. Is that okay so far? Okay, let's go back to our slides. So today we define the class, right? We go through the class and we define a module. So class is smaller than module. A module can hold multiple classes. So here I only hold a circle, right? So how about let's actually go back to circle. Let me actually create something called another file called rectangle. Okay, and I use the name RECT. Okay, I don't want to have the same name with my rectangle in my graphic class anymore. So let me actually copy the whole thing over from my circle over here, right? And here is no longer a R, it should be what? It should be my width and height. Okay, so here I have my width equal W, my height equal my H. Okay, this G made no sense. Let me delete it. The G actually made no sense. Then this get G also made no sense. It's just for showing the private data field. It made no sense. And the area should be self dot width times self dot height. Okay. And then 8 should be what? when it add, should I do what? Let's do something else. I should actually my width plus others dot width, comma. Okay. Here I should have self dot height. So the height and width all both are add up together. Is that okay? Is that okay?
Yeah.
So minus quotient the same thing. Okay, and here multiply the same thing. But when we handle multiply, actually need to be more careful because it may get out of bound very easily because the multiplication is a huge number. But here, let's assume that I try not to use this multiply for it. Okay, so here I should say it actually is what? Rectangle, right? And here I should put percentage sign 6.2f. So here should be the width. Okay, and self that height. Okay, when we compare here, I don't use the radius to compare. I use the get area for comparison. So now it no longer compare the radius or one side. I will use the area for comparison. And in fact, circle use the radius is the same as using the area because radius also represent the order of area also is the order of the radius in circle. Okay. Okay, this sounds good. And the name of the class need to be changed to rect. Okay, rectangle. So here, let me actually copy this in. Replace the circle. Okay, and then that's it. That's all I need. That's all I need for. That's all I need for my rectangle. Okay, and I'll go back to plus circle. Okay, right here. Let me actually import rectangle as R. Okay, so I import this one, and then I do. Here I have a R1 equals what? R1 equals R1 equals my R dot rect. Okay, and here I need to put two numbers. Let's assume that it's 100, 100. Okay, let me just try to do this one first. Okay, so here I should have something called draw circle. Let me copy this in and call it draw rect now. Okay, so rectangle I need to have a point, and I need to have the C is for what? The circle. So here I change to R. Okay, and then when I pass it in, I should call rectangle. Okay, and I should have try to create rectangle, but rectangle has 2 points, right? Rectangle actually should have 2 points. What are the 2 points? So I have the point, this one, and I should have a point it actually is a lower left corner and upper up corner, right? So if I actually is like lower bottom corner and then right top corner, right? So I should actually do what? Let me see. Let me use the 2 point. Let me do these 2 points. Let me use the one on the top left corner, this point and this point. So here we have the width and height. Okay, so this one should be x and y. This one should be x plus w. This one should be y plus h. Okay, so this point should be my point. So my point that get x plus r that width. Yes. Okay, and then client dot get y plus r dot height. Okay, so that's the 2 point I have. I can draw a rectangle. Color is okay. Circle outline is okay. Width is okay. Everything else are okay. And here I have a rectangle 1. So now let me actually call this guy. Just call this guy draw rectangle and win and point. Let's pick 500, and here let me do 500 and then 100. Okay, and here let me do R1. Okay, the color let's call yellow color. Okay, so the model is now more than one model. It's no longer just a circle. That I actually add a rectangle and each is a square, 100 by 100, right? So now let me actually clear everything. Wait, it's not coming. Clear everything on my screen here. And let me actually run it. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
So after I finish my circle, I actually have my plot circle, and I also create this one called rectangle class. So rectangle class is basically modified from my circle class. It also holds data. What kind of data? It holds the data for rectangle, right? And when we try to plot the data, I put into the same file, and actually I prepare the circle data and I also prepare for rectangle data. So here that's actually create something called R2. Okay, and this R2 let's do like 10. Okay, and let me do what? Do R3 equals R dot rectangle. Let me do R1 minus R2. Is that okay? And then here, instead of drawing R2, I want to draw R3. So showing that it got minus by 10. Okay, so doing this. And it's a 500, 100, so keep 100, 500, and here I assign 300 and put R3, but still yellow. So I know that it's the same series. Okay, slightly smaller, right? So I can do calculation based on my data model, circle or rectangle, right? And I can plot everything using my plot circle file program to plot them onto my canvas. So this plot circle, I call it control and view. I control everything and also provide a view for my data. And my circle is just holding the data for circle. It's a data class. It creates all the function and data for circle class. But it doesn't create instance. The object actually create in this one plus circle for circle 1, circle 2, circle 3. Okay? And R1 and R2 and R3 actually also created here. So the two class, circle class and rectangle class, just define a template. So whoever use me can use my function and data to create circle or create rectangle. But for myself, I do not create any circle or rectangle. So this G make no sense. Let me also delete it, okay? I just want you to show you it's a private data. So here it made no sense actually, okay? And it's a main function that let me keep it here because it's for you to study like it can actually self-text itself, but it actually, when you really have other tester like this a plus circle, it made no sense anymore. Is that okay so far? So here we create two class in two module, and there is a controller module called plus circle, and the whole thing is a project. Is that okay? So these are three levels. Inside a class, you have several statements or functions. That's why we teach you from chapter 1 to chapter 9, right? And right here, I start to teach you upper level is called class. So class is bigger than just a loop. And then on top of class, I also have a module. Module is a file. You can put several classes in there. And then higher than my module, there's a project. Project can, just like this one called chapter 10 demo, it has 3 modules, and they group these 3 files together to complete a project, okay? So right here, we finish this one. An object is an instance of a class, right? So we actually create C1, C2. C1, C2, those different circles are objects. And circle class is a template. Template is used for what? To create objects, okay? So more precisely, an object consists of a collection of related information, just like your circle dot radius. That's the data. And the set of operations, that set of operations including what? Reprint, REPR, including underline, underline, add, underline, underline, that's a plus sign, including underline, underline, sub, that's the HM minus sign, including underline, underline, multiply, that's a multiply sign, and also including your get area, those kind of different functions. So the data vehicle instance variable, that it should belong to a object or a circle or a rectangle. And the operations are called methods and sometimes also called functions. And these are the functions that live inside the object. So you actually call all of these, the methods and variables are the attributes of a object, or sometimes you would call it property of a object. Okay, so a object is a instance of a class, and the class is the template to create objects. Okay, and to create a object, you need to have the constructor, and the constructor is something used to build an object, and that constructor function is called underline, underline, init, initialize, INIT, underline, underline. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And sometimes there's a destroyer, like close, okay? Okay, so that's init, and then let's pass this one. So we can define a new class, okay? Some classes are defined by other people, like the professor. He created that graphics.py. So in that graphic.py, we have the graphic wing, we have the circle, we have the rectangle, right? That's created by a professor that write this textbook, okay? And here I define new classes for you. I define a circle class, I define a rect class, i.e. CT class, okay? And later we will go into this one called random die. Okay, so this random die, and these are belonging to chapter 10. So today I would like to stop here. Is that okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you. Bye now.
Thank you. Okay, bye.